Hello, hello, and welcome back to Khemia.
Howdy. Josh came buckets in my bathroom because of this man.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible.
I had to fill the tub.
It's flooded. I will not be able to live here. I have to burn the whole building down. I live in an apartment, but I have to burn down the whole building down.
Look, you have to fight the smell of smoke with smoke, right?
It's true. Those neighbors that are downstairs that smoke all the time,
Yeah.
they're in for a surprise.
I mean, I like the smell of like burning smoke.
But not cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's like wood, if it's like normal wood, like the
Right.
smell of like a bonfire, it's
Really
nice,
good, but
real
not
nice.
not burning cigarettes.
No. Well,
Yeah.
I'm used to cigarette smoke.
Yeah, your dad doesn't like aggressively smell like it though.
No, he makes sure to wear a jacket
Yeah.
when he smokes.
He does the proper thing and wears a smoking jacket, like people did back in the old days.
Yeah, they take it off. There was a bit where he like would use one of my jackets. Like he would just like one of my jackets would always smell like smoke.
Damn.
No, like it would give people pause, and I always thought that would be funny.
Josh, do you smoke? Oh, clear. I'm smoking right now. Can't you tell?
Yeah, right. I look like a smoker. Like
I look and sound like a smoker.
right.
Clearly.
It is what it is.
All right. So we're here on Khemia. Well, no, we're still on Adastra.
We are still on Adastra.
And there's the boys.
This is
Neferu.
Neferu.
Name's Neferu.
Yeah, Neferu. It's a new pose.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect to slide out of the way. Like he looks like he's just ready to be slid off screen so that we can see more of this lad.
He's taken up a lot of the real estate.
Right?
That
The
is for
only
sure.
thing he needs to do is get a haircut.
Yeah, that mullet sucks.
That mullet's unfortunate.
That mullet really sucks.
He thinks it's the 80s still.
He might just think they're unironically cool.
Friend.
Brunis kind of comes across as the kind of guy who's like, no, mullets are actually cool.
Oh. They nod at me as usual, but then take their seats in the far corner of the room, apparently taking this time to discuss their own matters. The rest of the planned envoy, shows up shortly after, and we begin one of our bi-weekly meetings. So I hate wordings like this. Does this mean twice a week or every other week?
Every other week. Like, if I get paid bi-weekly, I get paid every other week.
I know, but wouldn't this also refer, like, it makes it look like it should be twice a week? Because it's
People would just say twice a week. That's different than bi-weekly. Or bi-monthly, every 2 months. You would say twice a month.
I want a
Are you gonna
formal
get a
complaint. I want
Launch a formal complaint.
to the dictionary world. Okay, bi-weekly meaning. How does this work? It refers to both.
That's so annoying.
It done, produced, or occurring every 2 weeks or twice a week.
I hate that a lot. So I guess there's no way of knowing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was just one. I thought it was just the only one.
I hate when people say, oh, like bi-weekly, and I'm like, no, you gotta be specific. You gotta be Pacific, like the ocean. Like, I hate this.
I'm so about to give up on this dum-dum.
Eat it.
No,
Break it.
I don't want to.
Crunch it.
Ow, it's not ready yet.
No, I would take dum-dums right out of the wrapper and break them.
My teeth aren't strong. I have weak teeth.
I have weak teeth.
I have much weaker teeth.
And my dentist is always like, you just break ice and lollipops in your mouth, don't you?
I do
and I'm
eat
like,
a lot of ice.
and I'm like,
It's really
no.
no. What do you take me for?
He stares at me and he's like, please stop doing that. Your father does the same thing. I know what this looks like.
Blush.
The rest, bi-weekly, yeah. I expect a clarification at some point. Just
We'll see.
yeah. It feels slightly different now that my peers are gone, but aside from the room feeling a little more empty, business progresses as usual. It's a rather casual affair, if not a depressing one, due to our lack of progress. That is, unless the vizier shows up.
The vizier.
Yeah,
Like
vizier.
Jafar.
Yeah. He does so unannounced every few months or so after arriving on the stretch. It's capitalized. But otherwise, we discuss how a wolvish society and culture should approach its various Khemian counterparts. Then Amicus and Nephri argue for a while about how wolves must learn to separate diplomacy from outright lies, which Amicus argues is the same thing. That sounds like Amy Boy.
Yeah.
Then we get the usually somber news from Com about the situation on Earth.
Oh shit.
Today is no different. Amicus always goes quiet during these moments, especially now that the news is especially grim. I really hope they just say, and Marco has died of swallowing a chicken bone and choking.
Swallowing a fucking chicken.
He got too excited going to Wingstop.
Oh my god. Just inhaled the wing. Just the whole thing. Holy shit.
After we recall those last few days ago, we will recall the last 3 days ago, after the deaths of 3 American diplomats who came into contact with the human. It had been discovered that he is sporadically shedding aviapox virus.
Remember when he got super sick?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there have been further developments in which one of the diplomats visited an establishment that serves food and beverage. 4 British officers were infected by this diplomat and all subsequently perished in the past 2 days. The human has been placed in quarantine, and talks between nations have come to a halt for the time being. The United States of America and the United Kingdom have threatened to withdraw from talks if there are further casualties. However, there appears to be no further spread of the virus at this time, likely due to its severity and its seemingly always fatal nature in humans. Wait, so, would this be Marco? Or
Yeah.
is this like one of the...
The human.
Yeah.
The only human that was here.
So Marco just carried it with him?
Yep.
They didn't disinfect him?
Fuck no. Why would they? You think they would have had that kind of foresight?
Okay.
Fuck no.
Okay. I don't understand many of Earth's words, but I know this news is bad. How could aviapox be so lethal to these humans? And these threats to end talks, being part of the Galaxia, makes one unused to the idea of hard borders on one's own planet. Oh, that's a new
Aw.
portrait.
Yeah, he's a little fluffier.
He's a little rounder.
Yeah. That's pretty cute.
He is. Okay, and he's got more. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Neat. Amicus grumbles under his breath.
He gurbles.
Gurbles.
How could they be so goddamn stupid?
At first, I wonder if he's talking about the humans, which I find unfair. Then I wonder if he's speaking of the parents, which I find rather terrifying. Then he raises his voice.
Oh, look at this. Like,
Oh.
I like this, Amicus. Do we know of any sapients that can contract aviapox and remain contagious after initial infection? I'm not a virologist, but considering how we know little of the effects of the virus in humans, anything could be possible. Yes, and due to parental negligence, he is in quarantine. I'm beginning to think we need to bring him back. Like, back here. Back home.
Amicus almost shouts, the first time I've heard him do so.
The parents do work in the most mysterious... By making my human appear as if he were a bioweapon? What the hell are they playing at?
Virginia, the real protagonist, okay, who had been silent through most of the discussion, clears her throat.
She's here. It's the
exact
same portrait. The exact same. Lifted straight up.
Amicus and Nephew get new portraits. Virginia, nah.
Truly a woman in a gay VM. So unfortunate.
It's like when they, in Route 65, when they had new portraits to make younger versions of all the characters, and Jenna was just the same
Jenna.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
R.I.P., bro. That shit's insane.
No, you see, it's because she was already a 10 out of 10 design.
True.
She didn't need a glow up.
That's true.
Yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, Amicus, we know the parents are not able to foresee all things. We can only control our own duties on our own plane of existence. I know his relationship with the human was close, though how close is wildly different depending upon who you ask. Well, they did fuck.
They did get married.
They did also just get straight up married.
They actually did that.
It's clear he's more rattled than I've ever seen him, though. His paws shaking on his knees. Speaking of which, you had something to announce to our envoy before the Empire... Yeah, before the Empire as a whole. Did you not?
Did I?
That's pretty
cute.
Good. That's cute, yeah. Virginia sighs.
Oh, yes, sorry. The parental catastrophe on Earth had me slightly distracted. As you all know, our discussions with the Vizier and the Pharaoh have gone nowhere. To show Khemia that Adastra is truly dedicated to an alliance.
Amicus swallows, as if he's having trouble getting the words out of his throat.
I will also be joining the envoy, despite the many hardships this will bring our world. I do believe the benefits will outweigh the cost.
There he is, just poking out.
That's a little bit funny.
Yeah, this is a good portrait.
That's
pretty. He's just like, hello.
Yeah, he's just like, hello.
Hello, dears.
Oh, so you'll be joining us? I'm surprised. Even I wouldn't have given in to Father's pompous demands so easily.
Well, you see, it's because Amicus is a...
There's a lot of people on screen right now.
Yeah, there's 4 whole boys here. Well, 3 whole boys and a Virginia.
And a Virginia.
Yeah. And this lad, he's great.
He's pretty good.
He's better than any of the guys from the first game.
Yeah, he's a good color replacement.
Yeah. He reminds me of Felix, my headcanon Felix.
Oh yeah. Right, yeah. Absolutely.
Who's canon, of course.
We negotiated for 3 months, Nephew. Anyway, during this time, Virginia will fill the role of acting empress. Time to bring Adastra into a golden age, baby. Let's go.
So the player character is not going to go to Khemia, and instead just going to hang out with Virginia, right? Right?
I would fuck with that.
Then we can get real shit done.
Now that is a side story I would play.
Right.
The envoy leaves for Khemia. We see Virginia's adventures as empress. Fuck, absolutely yes.
And it's just her fixing.
She fixes it. They come back. Adastra's better than it ever has been. Holy shit.
I widen my eyes, if only because that's the first time I've heard such words put together. And look at her smug, happy face.
So excited.
Yes, the boys are gone. I have total control.
Total control.
Veterus visibly blanches while Nephew and Brunus barely react at all. Thank you, Amicus. I will perform to the best of my abilities during your absence, which is better than any of you Chucklefucks could ever do.
You always do, Virginia. This means we should all keep in mind the fact that departure could occur any day now, depending on when the ship arrives.
My eyes widen. So that's why I was chosen now. The day that had always seemed so distant is nigh.
Now I must be off to have a discussion with the parents once again. to make sure we're actually still on some sort of track.
Man, I would love if the parents were like the monitor guys, just like, yeah, sure, whatever, Amy boy.
What the fuck ever? What the fuck ever? Get out of my face. I'm trying to eat a Euro. I'm gonna go see the Sox play. That's the monitor now. he's from New York.
For some reason, like
Boston or
you
whatever the
imagine that, I'm thinking like Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, oh, Amy boy, no, we are totally on track. He's sitting there like in a speedo at like the beach lounge chair,
But
drinking some wine.
But isn't he like ghosty like a genie?
He can still do that.
It's still very speedo. Okay. Oh yes, Amy boy. Don't worry about it. We're right on track.
It has a nice like plate of like cheese, wine. He has the funny rabbit comic book like Pegasus.
Have you tried the veal from Earth yet? It's quite good.
Don't you know that tunes will finally be meta?
Finally be meta.
Sure, monitor.
Just
sure.
you wait, Amy boy. You and your blue eyes won't stand a chance.
Oh my god. It's dark by the time we're heading out. On the way, Amicus corners me to covertly ask if I had a discussion with Veterus, which I confirm. Then Amicus glances over at Neferu, who is leaning up against the pillar. I take the hint, and as everyone else leaves, I approach the jackal, suddenly feeling nervous for some reason. Now, I know we're, like, barely 5 minutes into the game, having recorded in, like, an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I must say, it is really nice that Scipio isn't constantly, like, nagging in his own mind.
It's great.
He's not like, this is my man! Wow, he's so hot! Like...
What can I do? What should I say? Oh my god, I want him. No, stop. I want to get back to Earth. This place sucks.
Wow, Neferu's dick is so big.
So fucking big.
Like, it's kind of nice that Scipio's just kind of like...
He's great.
He's on a mission,
yeah,
right?
He's a well-founded, well-rounded individual.
Right. I take the hint, and as everyone else leaves, I approach the jackal, suddenly feeling nervous for some reason. Not some reason, but because now things are a bit different on my end.
Oh, look at his cute little shorts.
Are they shorts?
Yeah, well,
I thought it was still
like,
just
little,
his
like,
weird
wrap
sash
thing,
thing.
yeah.
His little diaper.
His diaper. Well, hello there, chosen one. Usually it is me that approaches you.
I shrug as casually as possible. Well, considering that my role is now certain, I thought we should acquaint ourselves further.
Is that so? Well, how do you think we could do that?
Well, I sidestep the theatrics. Do you have any interesting plans for the night? Maybe you can help me better understand the Khemian way of things.
That would be rather difficult to do on this planet. But as for plans, well, not particularly.
That's a cute little face.
It's pretty good. I'm very curious about the posing, though. Like, hand on the hip, and he's, like, canted forward.
Yeah, he's hand on hip. He's constantly, like, at the...
Like, I can't tell if he's, like, popping the hip and resting, but it just looks like he's, like...
He's, like, leaning...
whole ass
It looks like
leaning
he's
forward.
leaning
Like-
forward a bit.
like he's
ass
bending.
out.
I guess.
Ah.
Whoa.
Oops. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Whoa. Good. Good.
There he is.
I
I
don't
guess
know,
I have
dude.
to... Do I have to do him?
I don't know.
He's big.
You can do deep voicey, right?
I can try. Hey, ready to go, Neff? Oh, hey there, Skip.
Oh, so it is Scipio.
Fuck.
Skippy game. Skippy game win.
Fuck. God damn it.
I do it. I won. I did it. Skip.
Okay.
Skip game win.
Okay, it's Scipio.
Scipio.
It's Scipio.
Skippy.
See, I was wondering, because, like, in the Heroes of Olympus books, one of the characters has a brown Pegasus named, like, Scipio, like
Huh.
SC, but in the audiobook, the reader pronounces it Scipio. And I didn't want to believe it to be true. So I just charged forward with my head. down, but I guess it is Scipio.
Yeah. Get fucked.
He's going to have a slight bit of an accent because that's just kind of how that came out. So
Okay.
it's fine.
Hello. Oh my god. I'm at least able to not wince anymore whenever they use that childish nickname.
That depends, Brunus. First, I was meaning to ask Skip if he would like to visit a den with me.
Okay, so I don't know if it's intentional, but I thought that I'm viewing this as a whole ass tongue.
Oh my god. That is the inside of his mouth.
Okay, I know. I'm just like that's him like rolling his tongue. Right?
Rolling. I see it now though. Fuck you. So is Brunus also from Khemia then?
Yeah, I don't know because it said like Brunus, the
Oh, it was Brunus, comma the ambassador from Khemia.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Brunus.
But he doesn't look like a jackal to me.
No, but they may not all be jackals.
Maybe not. You know, he is wearing the colors of Khemia.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. So, and his robot arm has the symbol.
On it. Yeah. So like he just seems to be a resident. I blink. That's not exactly something you say loudly in a quiet room. There's also something he's never asked me, despite his notoriously promiscuous reputation. Is it because I'm now guaranteed? Would he have asked the same of Carbo? Imagining that bookish wolf in the situation is worthy of a laugh. Maybe Veterus and Amicus knew more about this relationship of ours than I do myself. Still, it's something I've done several times before. But Nephidu being a Khemian changes a lot.
Well, alright then. You two... No. Have fun, you two.
Wait a minute, how do you... It's H, right?
For what? Oh,
yeah, okay.
Hide him?
Okay, so he's wearing pants.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why my mind was like, is he just wearing like the little...
The loincloth? Then I really would have had to leave the damn shore. Like, I'm not trying to be in the splash zone. I'll go. I'll get out of here.
The giant creature doesn't wait for my response before turning and heading out, leaving me alone with Nephidu in the empty university. He's still waiting on an answer. Normally, with other wolves, another wolf, male or female, I would agree. Then we'd stop at bars along the way and possibly not end up in a den. It was a weekly occurrence during my first few years attending this university. Yet my heart flutters like I'm 10 years younger, about to experience a den for the first time. Yes, I'd like that.
Wonderful.
I suddenly feel a bit warm at the idea of a Khemian finding me attractive enough to bring to a den. We're similar in structure, so it makes sense, but still. And Nephidu offers me his arm, as if escorting me.
There's an establishment in the Clay District we can go to.
Ah.
Is that a place that you've had problems?
Well, it's more the place has a problem with me. They're not a fan of the elite.
Oh, he's elite.
An elite gamer.
Elite gamer. Should say E-L33T, am I right? Elite.
I say it with some exasperation, not really feeling elite in any way.
That's calmed down a fair amount in the past 3 years, hasn't it?
I still avoid it when I can.
I'll keep you safe.
He's right that it has been a long time, and as far as I know, no maned wolves have been attacked recently.
So he's a maned wolf.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess there's different wolves, which makes sense.
Big wolfy boys. Okay. I think.
No. Go. Forward.
You're forward?
Onward.
Is it? I don't know.
Onward and upward.
Fine. The jackal keeps my arm around his the entire time, and I speculate that it's some sort of Khemian ritual before a sexual intercourse. I begin taking mental notes. I quickly forget about the other, possibly hostile pedestrians as we get closer to the dens. I'm very nervous, and that's embarrassing for someone like me, well into their 20s. I do like how he says den, while Marco would always say like home, house, building.
Right. Well, I think dens are specific to like places you kind of just go to get it on.
Yeah, but it's still like that's not like phrasing Marco ever used, so that does help separate.
But that's not something that's not something Marco went and did. Going to a den specific, because he said it's a habit that he got into.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that means going out onto the town and picking up someone and then going back to their den, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It was never a vernacular that Marco used.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's a fun thing to like help separate the narrators.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
The entrance is a shabby side door where Neferu signs in and pays, ignoring the stairs before we're led down a narrow hall, then into our personal den. The lights are dimmed low, and Neferu fumbles with the switch while I sit on the bed.
I love the way he looks. It's kind of funny, but it's adorable.
It's a little good. It's a little bit good. As the artificial windows glow more brightly behind Neferu, filling the room with light, I'm hit by nostalgia from a time that wasn't all that long ago. It's cramped, slightly tacky, but still pleasant. Dens were mainly frequented by students who were on their third warning for fornicating on campus.
That means fucking.
I know what it means. I still live on campus, and while I know Neferu lives in the Imperial District, I don't know his exact situation. I assume there's a reason he brought me here instead of his place.
I assume you're familiar with this type of place.
I glance at him, and he smiles toothily. Sexual intercourse is forbidden on all grounds of Vero's University. Neferu rolls his eyes, grabbing a bottle of wine.
And here I thought wolves were sexually liberated.
Well, we are. It just happens to be the leading university on the moon. Neferu leans casually against the armrest, drinking straight from the bottle.
I attend the best university in the Galaxia, and there were rooms dedicated to the act on campus.
I bristle just slightly at the dig at my school, even if it's true that most every school on Khemia is far superior. I'm about to ask why he's brought me here instead of his own place when he suddenly sits up.
Anyway, to celebrate your promotion, I thought I'd help you with your research on Khemians. Have you ever copulated with one?
My throat is suddenly very dry as I shake my head.
Look at his little face.
Well, he's like,
oh. Wow.
The jackal sits up straighter, showing off his physique. His fur is shorter compared to mine, giving him the advantage of being able to show off the muscle on his chest and stomach. Finally, he slides down his loincloth-like clothing.
Oh, he's a little blushy. Look at him.
This jackal is moving boldly in a way that makes me wonder if he's trying to make it less strange for me. Get it out of the way quickly and get used to it. Although I know what to expect, I'm still left staring in fascination. While very different from my own, it fits well on his frame, and as he moves closer, I find myself reaching out, sliding my paw up his thigh, then around the cup of his rear.
Oh, this song plays on the playlist too.
Yep. It do be, yeah. Let me lower the volume on that a little bit. This is the moment that my hesitation drops, and I pull the jackal in close, kissing his groin and abdomen, and making him gasp.
Are we gonna get the whole scene, or are we just gonna? Oh
yeah.
Wow!
Oh, tasteful. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Please enjoy this scene without visuals, but tastefully.
Right. It's a long session of sorts, though not very much happens. I find myself indulging in the wine as well, as Neferu seems to really enjoy simply touching me. At first, I'm a bit confused, unsure if it's some type of foreplay, but then I realize he's encouraging me to hug back, and at some point we simply end up entangled together. His arms are around me tightly, and I can smell the wine on his breath. I don't ask him, because it would be rude, but I genuinely wonder if he is lonely. I reach back to rest a paw on his shoulder, but in case he needs reassurance, then slowly falls asleep. I wake up, and what happens in the following moment take many hours for me to put together in my mind. The door to our den is open, and I wonder why, because it should be locked. Is Neferu? He's sleeping next to me, but that's when a large dark figure stands up beside our bed. There's something in his paws, and for a moment I try to yell, but nothing happens. The dark, blocky shape of his head turns in my direction, noticing me awake, and my gut turns to water. There's an almost ticklish sensation in my lower stomach that makes me think I'm urinating.
Oh.
Okay, Skippy. He moves, but then there's a harsh, ear-splitting crack, and before my eyes, I see the man, the sapient, yes, bend and warp into a shape of a wave before blasting apart. I'm splattered by wetness, by smells that I haven't smelled since. A light goes on, and floating around us, displaying the horror.
What the hell happened, Calm?
Neferu is moving around beside me, but I can't move. I smell his person all over me. I'm covered in him. An assassination was attempted on the lives of Neferu and Scipio. Separatists?
Separatists.
Separatists.
Like the
the
separatists. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the separatists. That's how you spell that.
Wow. I thought there was a lot more I's for some reason.
No.
I thought it was separatists.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you think about the word separate.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Connections are suspected. Amicus has been notified. The drone's lights turns to illuminate the wall, and I see everything. No! A target fully neutralized. Bodily state is incapable with life. Incompatible. Incompatible with life.
No fucking shit, Calm. Skip.
I grasp at my mane. I almost said name, and I'm like,
my name.
Just grasp for the name. I feel them pull at me. Are they coming in to pull me out?
What?
And Neferu finally focuses on me while fumbling around for the lights. I need to get out. I can't breathe. I roll off the bed, feeling the blood and viscera in my fur as I try to crawl under the bed and find no space. Then I crawl behind the sofa, still covering my mane, avoiding the blood in the streets, avoiding the men with bricks torn from the university, avoiding looking at one of my old professors and gets his head smashed in with one of those bricks. I cover my eyes, waiting.
Oh, was this all from like the big crazy uprising happening when Kato took over?
Yeah, because what did they say? This is 3 years after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Someone, Neferu, touches my shoulder. I cover my mane and tremble until I'm finally able to bring the present back to focus. One that's no better than the past. I look up and see Neferu staring at me. He's seen it. He sees what's wrong with me. How will they ever let me go along now? I know I'm not going to Khemia anymore. What follows is a patchy, blurry mess that my memories is never able to put together. It's like it's like during my first years of university, getting far too inebriated at the bar only to wake up with a raging headache and the hope that I didn't do anything too awful the night before. A few things I'm able to remember, though I'm unsure if it's real or imagined. Wolves come into my room, and I don't know if they're from the establishment or the Empire. More drones follow. These I know are from the palace because only the Empire owns drones. Then I'm on a small ship. All the while I'm trembling, and I can't stop despite feeling completely numb. Neferu tries to speak to me every now and then, but seems to give up after I only offer one worded answers. I thought I was done with this, but it's just like the first night after it happened. Like it's never left me. I'm still broken. Oh hey, we're at the palace.
Yeah, we went to the palace.
Oh. Yeah, I think this is a better place to end it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll end it
Well,
here.
that took a turn, huh?
Yeah. We got to see
Crazy.
Neferu's ass so early. That's wild.
It's real nice. It's a good one.
Anyway, we'll see you around, guys.